Good afternoon, guys. Real quick, for those of you up in the Worcester area, you need your car, truck, Mini Cooper worked on, head to Greasy's Garage. They can fix whatever you got. Greasy's Garage. And they carry Bears products all the time. And for those of you who'd like to learn more about Bears products, call 615-854-3057. And David will answer all your questions, whether it be about the car products, hair products. They're awesome. And also, for those of you who like a cool t-shirt, sweatshirt, mega blanket, go to libtartees.com. Okay, let's go ahead and let's go to the Gateway Pundit here. So, pregnant single mother raided by FBI, detained for a week after going through an open door at the U.S. Capitol, now faces over 30 years in prison. Is this ridiculous? This is what they're showing us. This is what Trump, the military, this is what a lot of people really need to see. And you know, I mean, it's not like we gotta see it. We don't really need to see it, but it lets you know, without a doubt, where the Democrat Party and where the globalists are wanting to take this country and the people of this country. They're wanting to lock us all up. Anyone who opposes them, anyone who's conservative, anyone with a brain, anyone with common sense to know that they are trying to destroy this country. Felicia Knold of Arizona was on a road trip celebrating being alive after a bad accident left her with a broken back and half of her face ripped off in 2020. Knold had never traveled before, so for the first time in her life, she has been taking road trips through the country that she loves so dearly with her brother, while also homeschooling her 10-year-old son. When Knold heard that President Donald Trump was going to be speaking in D.C., the siblings decided to add a stop to their road trip plan. She had never been to a protest before and did not really know what to expect. In fact, she did not even expect to be at a protest, just a rally. What she did know is that patriotic Americans who love their president were not often treated kindly, and that she had a little boy that needed her. She packed a medical kit and bought some extra protective layers to make sure she would get home safe. She had left us attack the event. Excuse me. She also hoped that by bringing supplies, her training for veterinary medicine may come in handy if things went terribly awry. So January 6th in D.C. was unlike anything she would experience in her wholesome and quiet life in Arizona, which mostly consists of spending her time in small mobile home, gardening, taking care of her animals, and homeschooling. Knold did not realize it was a protest when she followed the crowd of fellow Trump supporters to the Capitol. The door of the building was open, and police seemed to be allowing people inside. So she went. She was kind and friendly to police and left quickly when she was told that people were not supposed to be there. And so when the arrest of the Capitol rioters started, she assumed that she was okay. After all, she did no harm. She thought that the people who were being arrested were the ones who were violent or engaging in vandalism, not the peaceful people like her. A month after the protest, she was yanked from her bed at gunpoint by the FBI. Her entire street was blocked off and crowded with unmarked vehicles. Her small mobile home was raided and a 2-page long list of her belongings was seized. Knold is 4 months pregnant. Her son has always wanted a sibling. The expecting mother was detained for an entire week. Bizarrely, the FBI told her not to speak to other law enforcement agencies. Upon her release, Knold found that her social media accounts were all removed. She was even banned from the stock trading app Webull. The media was smearing her as an insurrectionist and painting her to be someone that she is not, while all traces of her life and who she really is vanished from the internet. Without social media, it is nearly impossible to defend yourself from all these smears. The media could now paint her as any cartoon villain that they wanted, and people couldn't look at her happy, normal social media accounts to see otherwise. Speaking to the Gateway Pundit, Connaught said that she would just like to say that myself, nor 90% of the people hunted down and rotting in jail are who they are making us out to be. Through the tireless efforts of Americans, the truth will prevail. She also sent 2 quotes that she had written in her journal and have been running through her mind. If we do not hang together, we will most assuredly hang separately. From Benjamin Franklin, and those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must, like men, undergo the fatigues of supporting it. From the American Crisis number 4 on September 11, 1777. Along with losing her social media to spread awareness of the reality of the situation, Connaught was placed on house arrest and could no longer earn an income because she was a gig worker, and law enforcement claims that is too hard to track. While dealing with all the discomfort that comes with pregnancy, her ankle is now being damaged by the monitor. She is receiving threatening hate letters in the mail. Connaught has been banned from communicating with her brother, who is also charged. Thankfully, kind friends and neighbors have been doing grocery runs for her, since she can no longer do them normally as she would have. To make the situation worse, Connaught has been given a court-appointed attorney who seems to have very little interest in actually proving her innocence. Those who will actually fight for her come with a hefty price tag. Connaught has been charged with conspiracy, civil disorder, obstruction of an official proceeding, knowingly entering or remaining in any restricted building or grounds without lawful authority, and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. She is now trying to raise funds so that she can secure an attorney that will properly defend her. Those who wish to contribute can do so at Venmo at Felicia Connaught 1. Wow. They're coming after us. I mean, they've been coming after us from the get-go. But now they're really trying to let everyone know, don't you dare go against us. Because if you do, we're going to come after you. Period. You think this isn't going to blow up in somebody's face? You bet it will. And then Black Lives Matter take over Dallas restaurant chant, who burns shit down? We burn shit down. And it says, so militant Black Lives Matter extremists have taken over a Dallas restaurant, bragging about their fondness of arson. The group barged into the restaurant while people were eating dinner, chanting, who burns shit down? We burn shit down. Good grief. You know, the group went on to demand that silence is violence and intimidate people who weren't playing along with their public temper tantrum, even kicking drinks off tables. You know, one day, someone is going to let loose. And I mean, they're going to let loose. And then Biden's UN ambassador trashes America. White supremacy is weaved into our founding documents and principles. Linda Thomas Greenfield. So, Linda Thomas Greenfield, what I say to you and to people like you and to everyone in the Biden administration, which is a fake administration, and is that what's woven into your fabric is a whole lot of insanity, stupidity, and demonism, Satanism. You're demonic. Anyone who thinks like you, Linda, anyone who thinks like you, Joe Biden, and Hillary, and Obama, and all the rest, you are some demonic creatures. And then far-left goons leak home address of Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter's home online. Police forced to erect fence around the home. And this time, it says the BLM Antifa mob went out in force again last night after the previous night of rioting and looting. This time, they're blaming their looting of convenience stores and Foot Locker shoe store on the police shooting of Dante Wright. 20-year-old Wright was shot and later died after he fled from police at a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. The police officer was later identified as Kimberly Potter. She allegedly shot Dante thinking she was holding a stun gun. And, you know, years ago, this would never have been allowed. Never. But they want us to see. And so they doxed her. But they want us to see what these people are really like. And we see it. We get it. Let's go to the rest of the Gateway Pundit here. Guatemala's president joins Mexican president and blames Joe Biden for border crisis. Confusing messages. Could it be that some of the Latin American companies are going to get together and go against Biden? I don't know. Here's Dementia Joe announces U.S. troop withdrawal from Afghanistan, echoing Trump plan. Only 1,530 watch on White House channel. But Joe remember, he got 81 million votes. China simulates an attack of U.S. aircraft carrier while sending a record number of planes into Taiwan's airspace. Biden DOJ closes investigation of police shooting death of Ashley Babbitt with no charges filed. And then the location of the 2020 election audit of Maricopa County's results is now set. The world is watching Arizona. May Arizona be the first domino to fall. Indeed. Project Veritas drops video of CNN director admitting they use COVID fear-mongering for ratings. They use fear-mongering, period. And then another black on Asian attack. Unhinged lunatic stalks small Asian man and slams his head into a store window. These people are nuts. They've been unleashed. They've been absolutely unleashed. Writers in Minnesota demand white people act as human shields during attack on police station. And then Kamala Harris giggles as she announces her trip to Mexico and Guatemala to deal with Biden border crisis. Man, these people are not all there. Fauci warns women who took J&J vaccine to be alert for symptoms after reports of blood clot, but please continue to get your vaccine. GOP Rep. Madison Cawthorn introduces bill to protect border wall by declaring it a national monument. Man, I tell you what, some of this stuff, unbelievable. I tell you, I guarantee if you think that things are not going to blow up, think again. They will blow up. Holy cow. God bless you. Have a good day. Once again, guys, thank you so much for all your support, whether it's by way of PayPal, Patreon, checks, or cash in the mail. Thank you. Bye-bye now.